tonight here in the Wayward One Studios. We're just laying back, listening to.
Just need some like background of like horse hooves and the cart sounds.
I'm gonna crank it up for the.
Anybody got any
stream
coconuts?
for a minute.
Yeah, right. Oh man, I
Coming
totally
at
could
you.
see like, you know those like Mighty Nine lo-fi vibes. It's just Finch in the back of the cart with the wolf next to him. Oh, man.
There we go. We are up.
Woo.
Welcome everyone. Oof. Man, it's been a week. I'm ready to, escape reality for a couple hours. So take it away, Noah.
Same. Alrighty. Welcome back. Earthian Vibe, chapter 28.
I'll fix it
man,
in
I was
post.
gonna have-
I had chapter 27. Fuck.
Fix it in post, yeah. I know I was gonna make one of you guys do previously, but I should have said something. I'll do it. Previously on, you guys made your way into Willowsdale. Spent a good amount of time there. Rid the place of some cultists and later some members of the road. And also defeated a peculiar knight clad in dark black armor. You questioned one of the members of the road before sending her to a brutal, painful, long death. Yeah. You then had a meeting with some of the more important individuals in Willowsdale. John Fimbick and oh shit, what was his name? You guys had the note. I can't find my note on him. The priest. What was his name?
I thought his name was John too.
I don't know his name down.
Someone just had his name.
Not Garrett Blackwood.
No.
It's
The
not Blackwood,
priest.
is it?
No. It
No.
was- Someone had it. I heard it earlier. Well, anyways, if I could find the note, or if one of us can find the note, his name. I don't know where I put him. An elderly priest in Willowsdale. Apologies, I don't have his name.
I just have him as number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. That's how I
I
like
think-
Number 2.
I think Kieran had his name.
Who does number
One of you
2
said
work
it.
for?
I don't have his name. The only name I've got down is Garrick Blackwood.
Oh! Father Grimshaw!
Yes, that's what it was.
Ah!
Father Grimshaw. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
don't know where my notes on him are.
I'm glad my poor note taking actually came in good for some.
It worked. Hey, good job. You had a little meeting with them, discussed the future plans of Rowland and his conquest of the Ivory Plains. Some plans were laid, you guys. Heard about this place called Whisperwind Valley and a man named Gideon Windrider, Hightower Hall, who's a member of the United Towns of the Ivory Plains. John suggested you go and speak with him and unite yourselves with that organization. So I believe that was your guys' plan. You left the town and went towards Dawn Hill, the city between here and Whisperwind Valley. And I think that's where we left off, just as you guys were leaving Willowsdale. So, after resupplying, which I'll have to probably talk to Jeff and Larsha for how much all that was, but you resupply, and you guys begin heading out of town. It's about 2 days journey from here to Dawn Hill, so pretty short ride, relatively.
You said 2-day journey?
Yep.
And so does that mean it's 4 to the Whisper Winds? Or...
No. Whisper Wind is another 8 days after
Okay.
Dawn Hill. Dawn Hill is just the only town in between here
Gotcha,
and there.
gotcha.
So it'll be a total of 10 days from Willowsdale to Whisperwind Valley. So, you guys have 2 days of traveling. Is there anything you guys want to do in between?
I would continue to ride Artemis and work
Yeah.
with her. We decided her,
Her.
right? Yep.
Yeah.
To work with her, getting used to me more and getting used to being ridden. Maybe
Sure.
kind of like doing circles around the party, like kind of like run ahead, run back to do some like runs. Maybe with our morning workout instead of like working out, I'm training with Artemis.
Artemis, sure. I'll get you her stats maybe on the break or something. I have
Yeah,
them,
right.
just need to send them to you.
Still totally doing the morning workout stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Yeah.
Friar Polycarp know about this morning workout thing? I wonder if he's gonna be.
I
You can find
hanging
out pretty quick.
It'll
I
come out.
imagine he probably does not. So
We work
Friar.
out every morning.
Yep.
we work out every
And on
morning.
Thursdays we wear pink.
Mhm.
We all work out. I sit on the cart.
Yeah, I don't work out. I usually watch them. So throw things at him.
It's
just
mostly
like
Rowland, Paul, and Jaden, and then
Finch sometimes, but
Finch
not always.
sometimes. He's with Artemis now too. So
Imagine like lots of Eastern European calisthenics type stuff.
oh yeah.
Totally.
Kettlebell swings with the kegs. Yeah.
Bench pressing Polycarp's little cart.
yeah.
No, beyond that though, I don't think there's really anything. No.
Polly starts his mead. I'll figure out some rules for that at some point. Yeah. So
Well,
first night.
Any other thing? There we go.
No, sorry.
No.
I'm gonna be looking at the map, getting a name, like start understanding it, like remembering all the names, look
Mhm.
at the routes and see where would it be, where would the road hide, more likely, start
Sure.
formulating some plan like that.
Just started kind of studying the map, seeing okay,
Yeah.
they got right. Okay.
Using my
I will-
knowledge of the road and what we've found out, in the past
Yeah.
couple trips, and really focusing on that.
I will get you a map written up for next session with all their like stuff on it because you have her map, so it has all sorts of information there. It has routes, it has some locations marked like bases and stuff like that. So I'll get that. to you
Any
soon.
stash points on this map?
Let me look because I do have. it in it.
While we're traveling at a slow pace, whether
Okay.
if I'm not riding Artemis, I am on the cart playing my lute.
Okay.
Mostly just because I think the music fits that vibe.
It does fit that vibe. So you see 3 primary stash locations. There's one far north, kind of near the coast. There's one in the middle, like pretty central. And then there's one that's not actually in the Ivory Plains, but just outside of, sort of east, closer towards Lay Ridge.
Okay.
So it's, yeah, if you went through Whisperwind Valley going east and then went on the other side, a little more, there's be that one, or the next closest one would be pretty close to Rowland's Keep. If you check where the map you have for Rowland's Keep and the stash point, they're like right next to each other.
All right, sweet. Thank you.
Yep. First night goes well. No rolls or anything required. Yep, Jaden.
I was just going to say, I'll continue with the training with Paul. Make sure
Yep.
he's on his feet and make sure he's keeping on his toes.
Sure. I imagine Paul starts taking some watches now too, or joining people in watches, getting used to that, waking up, having to go back to sleep. First night goes well. Second night, you guys can either decide to push a little further, have a long day, and make it into the town late, have to find a place to stay, or you can stay on the road and head into the city early.
I feel like there's no reason to push. We're not in a huge rush, right, guys?
Yeah. Plus,
So
it
you
gives us
guys-
a chance to feel what's happening around, you know?
Yeah. I'd rather go in fresh.
So you guys end your night just as the sun's sort of setting, and you can see Dawn Hill from your vantage point, and you get now why it's called Dawn Hill. It's this mesa or butte that sort of rises up out of the ground, and you can see there's a wall, and you can see like torchlight, and it's this city built into and on top of this mesa that rises up out of the ground. So you guys spend the night, and the next morning make your way into Dawn Hill. Dawn Hill is a highly defended town, with a large stone wall and gate. Oh shit. Before that, because I forgot this, as you guys are heading into the town, you see a couple farms that sort of surround the area. And so you have to pass through a couple of those. You see, as you're passing through, a grimy, old, scarred, and ragged man, like struggling to lift up this bale of hay into a cart. Ugh. Lord and gentlemen. He's like got it up on his back. Puts it up in the cart.
Morning. Good sir.
So sort of tips his hat. As he tips his hat and looks up, you see a brand on his neck, but it's kind of like half covered. He has this like wispy white beard, so you can't really see, but his neck is branded. You see another gentleman walks out as you guys are. I can't hear you.
Does he look like competent? Like he's struggling with this hay? Weak or
He looks he looks competent, but he looks like underfed and,
okay.
sort of frail. This other like bulbous-nosed, fat, balding man smoking a cigarette comes out. No longer way. And just sort of scowls at you all.
All right, I will continue.
Yeah. Any
You guys
other
are-
landmarks here by this farm?
You see like a really, really small orchard. There's like a cluster of maybe half a dozen trees. That'd be the only other real. There's a small farmhouse, things like that.
How is this in this land is it like slavery or indentured servitude kind of permitted? Is that like it's gotta look like
It's
like what's going on?
it's not illegal, so it definitely happens, but it's not. It's kind of like morally people
Frowned
sort of look
upon?
down. It's frowned upon, but it's not illegal. So you get people that, but it's kind of just like culturally, meh. But it happens, definitely.
Is there any tenet of like the Jaden's or Polycarp's like fate that would make us like throw a shit fit right now? Or
I feel like yeah, probably. There's, I think.
all right, so I'm gonna offer the guy some water then.
Okay, sure.
I'll pull up the cart and go, and the working man deserves a drink every now and then. I hand him over my tankard that's presumably full of mead. To have,
Sure.
to have a drink.
He sort of looks over at the bulbous man and just sort of scowls at you, but he takes it, drinks it. Thank you, sir. Or hands it back to you.
Name's Polycarp. Service of Rawl and the Unfledged. See it services.
Yes, sir. He looks curious, but continues about his work. You guys make your way into the town. You approach the wall, and there's this large iron and stone gate, and you see two individuals standing outside the gate, and they walk up towards you. One of them is an older dwarven man, probably deep into his hundreds, long, well, intricately braided gray beard, with a bit of peppering of brown, beer belly, thick, hairy arms, he's wearing chainmail armor. It looks like he's carrying an old pickaxe. And then the other man behind him is another dwarf, similar age, but not nearly as well kept. His beard is completely unbraided, fraying wildly everywhere. He's got this half helm on, so it just looks like metal and then just beard all out the bottom. The man with the braided beard steps up to you. What can I do for you? He's sort of
Well, good sir.
staring at the wolf.
I will stride up on the wolf and like click as we've trained. I will like kind of like do that horse thing where I click my heels at the back of but he sits at that point.
Yeah.
And the way Finch has been getting off of Artemis right now has just been sliding off the back.
Sure.
Like as he sits, I'm just and I take off my helmet and I say, "Hello, good sirs. We are here with our lord, Sir Rowlin,
Rowland just sort of bows on from his horse on the back.
the newly appointed lord of these lands. By the what's our government called?
The crown, the Kingdom
By
of
the-
Garithia.
By the Kingdom of Darithia.
He sort of looks over at the guy behind him. He goes back, speaks to his compatriot.
Is he gonna? Is he? I'm gonna say to Friar Polycarp, I'm like, are they really checking to see if it's okay for us to get into this town?
Respectfully, sir, I will need some authentication, some proof of that.
Certainly.
Papers,
Larsha?
to keep, or
Larsha?
Yeah,
Deed?
take care.
from the king.
Take care of these two dwarves, these two men for us.
Larsha, if you could bring these two gentlemen are wasting our time, but could you bring the
Larsha.
deed, please?
Pulls out the deed and gives it to Paul, who hops off his horse and walks over and hands it to the gentleman. All right. Welcome to Dawn Hill, my lord. Hand over the papers. Ooh. You hear him like mumble something to his compatriot.
Did they bend a knee?
They did not. No, they did not. They open up the gate and you guys enter into the town.
As I get on Artemis, Artemis puts her head down, and I take a step up, and she lifts it up as I kind of like onto the like saddle.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to think Artemis like how a dog would be versus a horse.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's sort of interesting. So they start leading you up this. It's kind of odd. The majority of the town is on top of the mesa, but the wall's on the bottom, so you have to kind of climb up this hill that goes around the side of the mesa.
what are your names, gentlemen?
As they're sort of leading you up. I am Raynor, and this is Riven.
Riven. Good to meet you, sirs. What can you tell us about this town? Dawn's.
The other sort of wild-looking dwarf. Dawn Hill. Obviously, it's
Yes, the hill, of course.
big hill. I don't know. We're a bunch of tough motherfuckers.
Good. That
Um,
helps keep you
My
protected.
lord, if you're interested, we are primarily a mining town. Specialize in the ores from our hill.
What kind of ores do you mine from this hill? Doesn't seem like you would get much from a hill. Maybe a mountain, maybe, but a hill?
Well,
More like a
As you guys-
mesa
I'm not-
Finch, but if he's calling it a hill, I guess we should.
I won't fucking ask you, fuck.
as you guys are walking up the slope to the top of the mesa, you see, like, as you're sort of asking this question, you see a cave entrance, and you go up a little more and you see another cave entrance, and you start looking, and this thing's, it's a hill, but it looks more like a block of cheese with all these different cave entrances. It's a particularly bountiful
Mesa.
Yes.
Right.
I suppose.
That's my associate.
Most of
So,
all the ores.
fortunately, pointed out.
I'm gonna hop off the cart and start walking now.
The ores everywhere.
There's
It's a little bit of a
ores
walk.
everywhere. There's so many ores here.
Oars
Welcome
in
to
this
Dawn
house.
Hills.
There's some oars in
Oh,
this.
Mesa owes its prosperity to the ores.
Oh man, no one's gonna have to redo all of his names once we get into it.
As you guys are walking up, you see like 4 or 5 guards in uniforms walk by. They nod to Raynor and Riven and sort of look curiously at you guys as they walk by. But you feel a good guard presence here. Yeah.
I want to peg him. I'm gonna fucking insight them.
Gross.
God.
Thank you for saying it.
Sure, go ahead, roll insight. On Raynor and Riven or the individuals you're playing?
Just like the guard presence, you know,
Sure.
like do they? Is there anything off about their clothes, or you know?
Sure.
Oh,
So I'd want getting on this as well. I'll be checking their. Like, do they seem like just militia, or do they seem to actually be trained?
Sure, go ahead.
Like a guardsman.
That's a 25 for me. 19.
All right.
Plus
So
4.
Jaden gets
10 plus 14.
14. Okay. So Jaden, you definitely get not a militia. They seem well organized. But as far as their training or things like that, you're kind of unsure. But they just seem like a properly organized
Good.
guard for the city. Fuck, you pick up on same thing. Definitely well organized. But you can tell by their equipment and just by how they walk, they're not the most well trained and probably are just underfunded. They're, you would guess, most likely a guard presence just for the city, so they're organized just by themselves. They'd have to be funded all by themselves in the city. So equipment, you see guys walking around in gross leather armor and carrying just old pickaxes for weapons, but they seem uniform and at least somewhat trained.
Sweet.
As far as their attitude towards you, Raynor and Riven seem delighted almost. They seem happy to see someone like this. The rest of the people you see just seem confused. They don't have any information, so they're just curious.
Gotcha.
How large of a settlement is this in terms of like, is it a couple hundred people kicking around? Is this like a couple thousand?
It's fairly large. I say more than a couple hundred, not quite 1,000, but definitely bigger than Dawnhill. Dawnhill was probably 200 people. It was probably like 5 to 6.
You'll find a dice game here.
Oh yeah, this is definitely more full village type thing. Willowsdale was definitely a small town.
Well, habit.
Yeah. This is definitely more village, has some organization to it. So you guys make it up to the top, and you can sort of look back behind you and see your vantage point. It's a great view. You can see the rolling hills of the yellow grass for miles. You guys are pretty high up at this point. Not, it's not huge, but compared to the fairly flat rolling hills, yeah.
Like hundreds of feet up?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Cool. At least 100.
This is weird. I'm used to
Yeah,
being at
it's-
sea level.
It's definitely weird. And it's even weirder when you get to the top and it seems like a normal village up. Houses and roads and, lampposts and fences and people walking all around. There's horses and carts. It seems to be thriving. There's shops. There's a large town hall you can see from here. Once you guys actually get into the city, you find yourself like forgetting you're so high up, and then you'll see for like ever, and you'll remember. You're like, oh yeah. So you kind of get lost in the village. Guys reach the top, and Raynor turns around. I suppose you probably wanted to meet our marshal. He's sort of the main man you wanted to be speaking to, I suppose. If you follow me over here.
Certainly.
Raynor, have a drink. Pass him a mug of mead, and I said, ask him, what sort of man is the marshal?
Oh. Hands it. It's like gone. That dwarven blood is thick in this man. Marshal's a good man, strong man. Calloused is what I'd say. But
I
very strong in his
suppose
morals.
you need that kind of attitude to keep this town what it is.
I say Marshal Brown's the only reason we're still alive.
So, one question, Raynor. We've not long come from Willowsdale, and we've obviously with our lord here, Sir Roland. We are coming through, and we've picked up, and we believe. Well, we've been dealing with the road along this way, and in Willowsdale. And from the information we found out, you seem to be holding your own quite well against them here.
Yes, we have. Scum. He sort of kicks the dirt.
Indeed.
Marshal Brown is the only reason we kept him out.
Good.
This is a strong tactical position, it would seem, as well. You've got a high ground here. You got command for, looks like, miles around.
Yes, we do. We're proud of it, and
As you should be.
we keep it close to our hearts. Don't let nothing in. I apologize. That's why I could have just let you folks in without some sort of
No.
authentication.
It is right of you to ask that.
Can't be too safe with scum like that.
Yes, it means you are truly diligent.
Yeah, we like to see that. I just wanted to see how you react with some smart ass comment. This is nice.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
You do that with everyone, fuck?
What do you mean?
I thought you were just a smartass.
Me? Yeah.
Always do.
It's hard to distinguish.
As you guys are sort of walking along, Raynor looks back. I do have to ask. He sort of looks at you, fuck. What's up with your arm?
Very long.
I ain't never seen something like that. It's not. It's no evil shit, right? I apologize, my lord.
Just walk over and find Finch. I'll put my arm right around Finch, kind of give him a hug with it.
Take my good arm.
Please don't touch me.
Yeah, buddy.
No, please stop.
Maybe a story over some drinks later.
I like that. He leads you towards Marshal Brown's office. You guys pass all sorts of just things you'd find in a town. You pass smelters. You can see they're smelting all the raw ores. You go past a blacksmith. You see actually a small hospital too, like a little clinic where you see just through the windows some looks like miners getting patched up. Yeah.
How seems the craft in this place from the blacksmiths?
It seems just from your glance as you guys are walking by and sort of what he's got out, it seems well made. You would guess he's got plenty of materials to work with here, being a local mining town. So Some blacksmiths just don't get a lot of material in, so they don't get a lot of opportunity to keep their skills well. But this guy has work all the time. So it seems really good. It seems high quality. So you guys make it to this mid-sized sort of really plain looking building. It's got a iron fence and 2 guards posted outside. They talk with Raynor. They open up the gate and allow you in. They take the horse and the cart. Raynor comes up to you, Finch. Or Ribbon, sorry. What do we do with that?
With what?
He looks up at the wolf.
She's fine. She won't hurt anybody. She's perfectly trained. As long as you don't smell like raw meat, you'll be fine.
He looks up at her and she's just like growling and foaming. No. Okay. You just put her back with the horses.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Maybe somewhere a little more secluded. Maybe her own stable if you have access to it.
Okay. I'll figure it out, I guess.
Sure. Just flat palm open when you give her these treats. And some rations.
Okay. Thanks. He starts like trying to lead her away. She's sort of following and looking back at you, but then
I nod reassuringly to her.
Starts following him, and as you're walking inside, you can hear him like backing up, and he's just like getting faster and faster. Like, whoa, hold on. Go inside. You walk in. It looks like this is a small house, basically. You walk in. There's a little sitting area, a hallway, and older man comes in. Imagine like Harrison Ford-esque. Harrison Ford now, right? Sort of medium length white hair, stubble, thick sun tan skin, sunspots all over his face. Definitely older, but looks calloused in the sort of way you like to see in a hardworking man. He walks up to you. Why, hello, gentlemen. Puts his hand out. Starts shaking your hands.
Ryan.
Others sort of bows to you folks, shakes your hands, looks at glances at your arm, but doesn't say anything about it, shakes your hand. Raynor gave me the briefing. Rowland walks in and he gives a bow, walks up and shakes Rowland's hand. It is a massive pleasure, I must say, to finally have a good lord in town organize this wasteland. Well, it sort of brings you into his office. He sits behind his desk. His desk. It's a fine office. Looks, fairly generic. Dark wood desk, small bookshelf. Looks like he has some paperwork out. Starts stacking it up. Puts it away.
Does he have like a trophy? Like, whether it be like a piece of ore or like animal's head on his wall or something like that?
He's got looks like an owlbear fur on the floor.
Okay.
It
seems like a room that would have
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
Thank you, DM.
Yep. And you can see the beak from the owlbear is on his desk. You presume from the same owlbear. Who knows?
To make it better, is there a piece of ore in the beak, like a
It's like the tip?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he sits behind the desk and then sort of excuses himself and offers a seat to Rowland.
Rowland probably takes it.
No. Sure. What do you guys think? You think Rowland takes it? Group decision. Rowland take the chair behind the desk.
I don't know, actually.
I don't know if he would.
I think he'd be hesitant too.
I think he would too. I think he would. He'd probably be like, "No, I'm good. I'll stand." So Rowland stands at the back. He takes his seat behind the desk. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for visiting this town. Brino wasn't exactly sure, but are you just passing through? Are you trying to facilitate something here? I want to be there, but I can't.
Well, good. We're here on a couple. And I'll look at my party. A couple of tasks. First of all, which is familiarizing our lord with his land that he is going to be ruling over. We would hate to just set up seat at our keep and then try to rule without getting to know the towns or know the people.
That seems very wise.
I'm from a small town and I understand that trust has to be earned. Second fold is my compatriot explained to some of your associates, we've been dealing with the road lately, specifically down in Willowsdale. We just ran them out of there.
Ooh.
We were hoping that
Struggling for a while.
perhaps if you had the bodies to send over there to help facilitate, maybe and structure and train some people to help protect that this doesn't happen again.
Yes, we spoke to the couple of elders and the head priests. We're looking at setting up perhaps a small militia about to help at least protect them if a road trot come back from us running them out. But one particular priest, I can't remember his name, he's a younger one. We came up with the idea of potentially setting up a messenger, pigeon courier way. So that way we can get messages about the land.
Okay. Sort of pulls out a couple files and starts going through. Well, I've got a dozen men who were in a recent mining accident. Looks like they're about to be released from our hospital. Maybe we could send them over there. I've been hesitant to send anyone to Willowsdale. So,
Why the hesitancy?
the road presence there has just been so bad. I haven't been willing to risk my men. I've spoken.
You have a window of opportunity right now where that presence is gone.
If I could get some people there, that would be just lovely. They've been struggling.
For what it's worth, I can go down to the hospital and help with some of the healing of some of your men if it'll speed the process.
Well, I appreciate that very much. I didn't. Such a high-ranking holy man.
No.
He sort of bows his head, says a small prayer underneath his breath. All right. So you said some sort of messenger system. Riven. Riven walks over. Go talk to the men from Mine and Crew 11. Get them set up. They're leaving town. And Riven heads out the door and starts down the road. How would that work? Are you sure how that would work yet? If we could get our communications off of the road, that's been one of our main issues with this scum and sort of spits. Communication between towns is unreliable.
Well, from what the one priest said, it seems they've been trialing this in the capital. So it's experimental at the moment, I should say, most certainly. But if it should work, think about this. How many times travelling do you see birds poke over your head and you're completely unnoticed? You wouldn't think one would happen to be carrying a message of information.
That's a good point.
But I would certainly say once this line of communication is set up, I would certainly recommend we come up with a code for it.
Alright.
In case they
Coded
do...
meshes.
Could be. And just in case they do catch word of our new way of line of messages, we wouldn't want them to immediately know what we are talking about. Such as themselves, their own messages are coded.
Well, I think that why don't he sort of waves in the back and you see Raynor steps in. Raynor's sort of my second in command here, sort of oversees the nitty-gritty things I don't have time for anymore or am incapable of doing. Why don't you work with him on this messenger system? It seems like his sort of territory. Nods towards Raynor. Have you you've just been to Willowsdale? Yes, you have. I assume you intend to meet with the United Towns.
Yes, that is our Lord's intention.
Yeah.
We've just recently become incorporated with them, so I'm not entirely familiar with their system yet, but from what I can tell, this sort of communication would be highly valuable to them. Perhaps it'd be a good in with them. I don't know. I think any person with a right mind would accept with open arms, but some people are more hard-headed.
Our path's going to take us down to the Whisperwind Valley. You think they would be open to a proposal like this?
Gideon might be. Are you familiar with Gideon? He's Gideon Windrider.
Only by name.
Yeah, only by name.
He's an interesting fella. Younger man than myself. He's sort of one of the founding members in uniting the towns. So he's protective of what they've built, but he's also, like myself, a fan of structure and
Good.
authority, so he might be open to it. He definitely might. They've Whisperwind Valley's they've been having it rough with the road recently. For I don't know, over the past 2 months, it just seems like they're sending everybody there. You know, tend to localize around these ruins. I'm not sure. I haven't been there. I stick to my city.
What ruins? Are they on this map? I'll pull out my map.
Interesting. Maybe some of the larger ones. There's hundreds of ruins all across the Ivory. Or all of them.
All right.
There's some ones. Yeah, there's a couple big ones.
All right. So.
Yeah, muted him.
Nope, still muted.
You're muted. You're muted on Discord.
Sorry, I was muted twice. Sorry, my daughter asked me a question. I might have missed that last part.
He was just saying they were past couple months the road was really heavy in Whisper Valley, and they were like localizing around these ruins.
Yeah, there's a lot of ruins in the Whisper Wind Valley.
Is Gideon in the Whisperwind Valley?
Yes, he's in Whisperwind Valley, the Lord of Hightower Hall. You guys don't really have any information on what that is, but that's the titles you've been given. Okay. Why don't you and I take a trip down to the clinic? We'll see those men, introduce you to them. I'd love for our Lord to vet them himself personally. Guess we'll get this thing rolling.
I'm gonna take a walk around if you don't mind.
One more question as we walk.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any... Now, we've addressed what you can do for us. Now, what can we and our Lord do for you? Help out with any issues that you have.
Honestly, we're really good at staying here, keeping ourselves safe and well supplied, but we need more income. Unfortunately, I hate to bring up the talk of gold, but getting our goods out without getting them stolen
Hijacked.
requires taking more men out of the city and that city. So we've really just been struggling to keep up equipment, and we've been having more.
It seems one of our goals come in line with that. So as we have talked about before, setting up some kind of militia in Willowsdale. What? I don't know if this was our Lord's plan or not, but I believe ourselves. Every town should have a small militia of some kind to defend themselves, certainly with the road's presence being as it is at the moment. But not simply that, it can protect them from wildlife and such and such and such. But once we can get this situated, we can get the training done, we can get the men in. I know this all costs gold, and it's very limited at time. But once we can get this situated, that can solve the problem. We can train up. We could perhaps train up such rangers of some kind, people who know the land and keep watch of trade routes. Perhaps.
And, the road's not going to be around for long. Or I won't.
They're not. Could be both. I guess my question is, what else do you do here that you could make money from? Other outlets that you haven't thought of? You said you do a lot of mining.
The main form of income is mining and ores. Yes.
If I remember correctly, wasn't there a site on that map of yours that the road has a control on a mine not far away? If we
Also, didn't you
recall
mention that they
correctly.
had a cache somewhere?
Yeah, but the cache isn't really in our proximity right now.
Wishful thinking.
They did have, if I remember right,
Trying to.
on your, there was a hideout or something. She was kind of vague when you were talking to Vesper.
Oh, yes.
But there was somewhere near Willowsdale. It was sort of around. I forget where on the map. I think it was past Dawn Hill, but close enough where they could kind of use Willowsdale as a form of uncommon place to purchase.
Perhaps we could seek that out, and that might help boost the town.
I'm all for it.
That would be.
I think our Lord should stay here and familiarize himself with the people. But the four of us could check it out.
Sure. I think that would be great. I could show Lord Radlin around the town, familiarize himself with the folks in our militia and how we our guards. I try not to use that word for here. It seems too barbaric. But
Barbaric times.
I suppose you're right.
We have enough horses for everyone, though. I could ride Artemis and get a horse race, the three of you. Ride out a lot less. We'll be a lot faster without all our stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah. Buck, looking at your map, it'd be about half a day's ride on horse north.
Okay. As long as I can get a peg on it, so we can, not get lost.
Yeah.
I said it again. We'll see.
Okay.
Totally.
So he takes you, Polly, and anyone else to come to the hospital.
I'll help out on this.
Yeah, I mean they seem well recovered. They're at full hit points. You guys don't need to expend anything. They're just sort of mostly mentally recovering at this point. He tells you they were in a mining accident. The cave or tunnel collapsed. Lost about half their crew. But these guys seem they're well trained in that basics sort of stuff. They're not great warriors, but they know enough to get a place started, like what you're looking for in Willowsdale. So you guys meet them. It's humans, a lot of dwarves. There's a lot of dwarves here. Dwarves are good at mining, so there tends to be a lot of them in this place. You see mostly dwarves in this town. So you guys meet them. Did you wanted to take a walk around the town?
Yeah, if everybody's gonna go and do something, I'll just do what I've been doing and,
Sure.
look around.
You give a walkthrough, and the town feels really nice. It feels really nice. You see a lot of sort of younger, middle-aged people with their guard uniforms on, but they're all everyone in the guard is muscular. They're all built. They all seem well conditioned. They definitely have that sort of physical side down. Obviously, their equipment's a little lacking, and training's a little lacking, but everything else, I mean, this town is really nice. So you get that great view. The sun is probably high in the sky now. People are just going about their business. There's general stores.
Is there like
cart.
soot on the ground? Because it's like mining. Is it that kind?
You, it's mostly. You get a little bit occasionally, so you'll find a cave tunnel that goes down, and sort of around that you'll get some, but across the whole town, not really.
It's generally clean. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And there's a good amount of people here, so they do have people going around and cleaning up the streets, and so it seems it's kind of nice to walk around coming from Willowsden. Fine, but like infested, so everyone's just no one had like any money, and it was so small. Coming to this where there's people working and no one's being taxed outrageously by not the government, so it's refreshing.
Nice.
Is there anything else you guys want to do before?
Do we see any other possibly branded or indentured people?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. Yeah. A 19.
19. Okay. You see one person that you think might. You're sort of walking by one of the cave entrances, and you see just a guy back there who looks a little too skinny, and you think you see a brand on his neck, but it's sort of a toss-up. Maybe it's a maybe.
Okay. I'm just gonna clock it.
The only thing that also Father Polycarp would like to do is to examine Folk's arm at some point. Just I'd say like, what happened here? Is this is this something that I can heal, that I can help with, and I can do a medicine, I can do a workup or whatever.
I'm gonna tell him to look really close. He's got to look really close. Make sure he inspects it really good. I'll just make him flinch when he gets close.
If you want to make a medicine check, go ahead.
I guess my stance on the arm will be, I'm pretty sure I'm stuck with it, and I mean I'm a matter of a fact guy. Something needed to happen. I took the initiative, and this is the outcome.
So this is 16.
16. Okay. So mostly what you're really looking at is like his shoulder area, where it actually connects to the rest of his body. You can see the skin is like, it looks like it's been stretched, and when you see his arm moving around, like beneath the skin, you can see like stone or something moving around in there that does not look right. But all the tissue seems healthy, and he doesn't seem to be in pain when he's moving it.
Oh no! What you do, Doc? Oh no!
You can't get punched in the arm. All right, so.
Oh. Yeah, awesome.
You go home.
It's about that time of night.
Yep.
So I've been hiding this sweet potato in my children's book bags for the past week.
Jesus.
Just to mess with them. Got off the bus at school, and I was like, "Is it safe?" I'm like, "What are you talking about, Dad?" I was like, "The potato." So, and I take it out of the pouch in the backpack, and my daughter took it and she threw it into the pavement. So Band-Aid on the potato.
Hilarious.
You missed the first half of the story. So none
I
of it
did.
makes sense.
I just heard a potato, and then I saw you rubbing a potato.
Yeah, so you had said that the arm looks like it works.
Yeah.
Just looks like all holy hell, and I'm just gonna like keep it in my thoughts of like, is there ways that I can
Sure.
fix this going
Alright.
forward? Even though I don't really know what's going on looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if fuck discloses anything, fuck doesn't really know what's going on either. That's up to you if you tell him that. But
Okay.
as you guys are, you exit the hospital, you're sort of just talking outside as you're beginning to either go your separate ways. Fallon's going to start going about the town or whatever. You see like a group of a dozen individuals come up through the main sort of entranceway. And they all look like covered in dirt and soot and look like they just came back from a rough, not a rough time like they're hurt or anything, but just a long, 13, 14-hour day in the mines. Marshall Leafton Brown, by the way, it's his full name. Leafton Brown, Leifden Brown. Made it back. These gentlemen, they're the Rock Hounds, they call themselves. They've been going out recently looking for new minerals, new ores. See if we can find anything more valuable than what we got here. Going a couple of miles outside town, see what they're getting. Not coming back with much yet, but sort of waves to them. They give a wave back. Some couple women walk up to them, give them some drinks. It's all dudes. It's all dudes, except for one dwarf who you're like,
maybe.
is that a dude? Yeah. But they start getting drinks and start relaxing. They start heading towards the tavern. So what is your guys' plan now?
I don't.
Plan.
So the outing that we're planning to have to go to the hideout, are we looking to do that today, or are we going to rest up a night and go
I don't
first
have
thing
any
in the
reason to
morning?
rest. I can't think of why we need to rest depending on the time of day, but it's gonna be a day and a half's travel, right?
A half a day.
Half a day's travel. I think we're fine. Personally.
It's about midday now.
Get there at night.
You could get some decent scouting out done on it. You know, the
See,
numbers.
I see. If maybe that's all that happens, that would be beneficial. I don't know if it's big enough. If we're gonna want to take it down without our full squad, maybe.
I personally think we'll be fine, but it's only half a day's travel.
Yeah,
Small little catch of the road. Come on.
Last time you said
take
that
them out
you
just
went,
you and I.
And I'm gonna do one of these while I'm pointing to Jaden as he says that's the first time we heard that. Yeah, that's the problem. Is you said
listen,
that
we've got Friar Polycarp here. Technically, we have the same size group that we've always had. You saw him in a fight. He's a beefy dude. He can hold his own. I'll be careful. Listen. I promise to hang out in the back and let you guys do the heavy hitting, all right? I'll be fine. You don't need to worry about me.
we don't need you to hang out in the back. You can do what you normally do.
That's good. I was
We're
lying.
just saying you knew we were. It's simple, Finch. Just don't go too far.
Oh, well, fine. I'll follow your lead, sir. I think we can do this. A simple snatch and grab, you know?
If only all things were that simple.
Nothing simple. But if you don't take a chance, I mean, you're gonna waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
Out of character. It's not like Roland hits anything, anyways.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Finch is thinking that. Finch is thinking that.
That's awesome.
Right. I suppose we should get our horses then.
I'm sure we'll miss our Lord's lance in battle, but we shall
Yes,
endeavor to
I also think that, you know, he's the Lord. He's got more responsibility on his shoulders. He probably shouldn't risk his life in this in this small endeavor.
I thought we were with him
Fuck, I
because.
want to go fuck up the road.
Me too. Me too. I'm just a little tired, and I'll get to it.
Do you need
so.
a nap?
Yeah.
Guys.
All right, so let's take a break and get our horses and go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, are we actually going to break?
Yeah, let's go to break. It's 10:30.
Okay.
It's a good time for it.
All right, let's see.
See you
Hey, there we go. All right, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Let's get on the.
Um,
Let's ride these horses out of this whore town.
His horses and this bit. So you guys bid Paul, Larsha, and Soralin farewell. Grab your horses and Artemis and yes,
Just, I'm
Yes.
bringing more glaive with me as well, while I'm on the horse.
And you guys head north, about half day's travel. If there's any prep or anything you guys want to do, go ahead. Just say something. But otherwise,
I mean, how are we gonna go about this? Just typical recon, infiltrate, ambush.
I mean, I don't think we know what we're dealing with, so we're gonna have to scout it out and make that plan on the fly.
Yeah.
All right.
Should at least have a idea of the numbers that they hold.
I won't jump in, and I will wait for a signal. Okay, that's my plan.
all right. So you
I'll
guys,
just look at everybody else.
Not gonna do that.
Are you feeling alright?
horseback, clop, clop. You guys make your way north. Everyone do it.
I'm not doing it.
Just as nightfall begins to hit, the sun has set completely, but you still got that twilight sort of phase. You guys can start to see some firelight up ahead. You guys stop your horses, I presume.
Yeah.
Are you
Tie
guys
mine
trying to
off.
get stealthy? Sure.
Yeah.
Stealthy vibe. All right.
Um,
Artemis
I
coming with.
I mean, you probably want me to go up a little bit and check it out, right?
oh yeah.
I don't, I mean, that's what's gonna happen because you guys
I'll
are
kind
gonna hear.
of lightly clink my arms like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I'm in that boat. Although I could go with you and go invisible, but I'll let you go.
I don't have armor.
You want to come,
You're
Polly?
more than welcome.
Let's go
All right.
All right.
Ollie
so
and
you
I.
guys are sneaking up.
on the recon mission.
Stealth checks.
I'm gonna remain on my horse actually, and wait for a signal.
21.
Ooh, polygon.
Oh,
Nice.
21.
oh, jeez.
I rolled a 20 or 19 attack.
Here we go. Natural one.
Dude.
21.
This is not the first
Okay.
time I've snuck up on an enemy encampment. Apparently, it is.
Natural 1. What does
Hold
that get
on
your
a second.
total
Hold on.
22. Oh, his total.
to? Yeah. I know it's a 1, but
Technically, you can't crit fail or succeed a skill
Oh,
check.
sure.
Per the
it would be
rules,
an
guys.
11.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, Tim, you
That's
can't.
yeah, technically.
Yeah, technically, per rules as written, a natural 20 does not mean you succeed on a skill check.
Or not 1.
That is,
yeah.
though the new D&D 1 rules will change that.
Yeah. So you guys creep forward. You come up just over this little hill and you see looks like 4 individuals sitting around a campfire. And then you see just behind them this like big pile of stuff. You see a bunch of crates and some barrels, and you see like it looks like a fabric or like a big mound of something. Looks like it's covered up in cloth. As you're sort of standing there, watching. You see they're in what looks like the ruins of an old house. Not huge, but you just see like the bits of stone, and you can kind of see the layout of a building. And there's some walls, some taller walls that sort of provide a little bit of cover as you're standing there. Holly, you get up and you're sort of listening. And fuck, in the back of your head, you hear, complete me. And it just sort of throws you off for a second, and you stumble and fall face first into the grass. And you see two of the individuals sort of look over.
Go sell him some meat, Friar. Go sell him some meat.
They sort of look over. They don't seem to see you, but you see two of them just sort of fix their posture and stay engaged, but are now facing your direction and are like sort of keeping an eye out there.
Fuck.
Does that arm smell? It looks like it can smell.
A little bit.
Can we go back and get the others?
Sure.
Yeah. Prone.
Alright, so we just see the four. We're not seeing.
Yeah.
I guess we've already done our best shot at perception, but we have the four clear people around the campfire. There's no one lurking in the freaking shadows that we can tell.
Just with your passives, if you guys want to roll perception, go ahead and do that. But just with your passives,
Yeah.
nothing seems to be there. See what you guys get with your rolls, but
19.
My passive's higher than what I rolled, but I rolled a
Okay,
19.
okay, with 19s and your crazy passive, you don't see anything else. You
Except
see what
the gear. We see
right,
the
you
gear.
see the, yeah, you see that it's pretty large. It looks like a decent sized pile of stuff. It's mostly crates, but then there's that like, it looks like part of it's covered in fabric.
And the mayor was just talking, or the marshal, about missing goods, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and he said just the roads are just so unsafe. You know, they lose stuff every time they try and make deliveries or do trades. Or you do see what looks like some like a sleeping area where they have some like bed rolls out or something, but you don't see anyone in them or anything.
Alright.
How do we want to do this, guys? How do we want to set this up?
There's four of them over there.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of thinking I could just put my arm around the good old Friar here. And we could just stumble on in there like a couple drunken buffoons.
And
Well,
then
you
they
guys...
would kill you.
Maybe.
They would immediately try to kill you.
All right. You just...
Said Artemis.
I could pull some thaumaturgy on them and try to scare the crap out of them.
Sure.
Some rumbling.
I'm just saying we can make them think it's an animal attack of some sort. We know it's the road. Like, we don't need to like vet and interrogate them.
Yeah. We just go ham.
I don't think there's any need for diplomacy here.
No.
Duly noted.
Not people.
I just
Garbage.
swing my glaive out and get it ready to charge him.
Are you guys gonna go in mounted?
I'm
not.
Will not, because I don't have the stats, and I think that Artemis should stay with the horses.
The stats are in handouts in catch. You'll just have to do a little math.
Well, if you're gonna
So you want to just run
Hello.
right in there and beat the piss out of these guys?
if we're
Kinda.
going mounted, you and I should sneak closer because Jaden will be able to close. Anyone who's mounted will be able to close at twice the speed we will.
Yeah.
So we want to avoid arriving 2 rounds.
So I would. Who would seem more of a threat? 2 people on the ground or a guy in plates charging them on a horse?
I wouldn't
Or
want to be
wolf.
on the opposite side of that, Glick. But let's just make a deal and say it out now. If we find that these are not members of the Rogue, we stop, we save, and we jail.
Well, then
I know
do
it's
you want
slim.
Then do you want to go find that out? Fuck, like you said.
I think it's pretty obvious to tell now. I mean, we didn't get a chance to get that close. This could be a
Alright,
traveling wagon.
Then in that case, I think I should leave Artemis here for now. I do have the stats for it, but because I don't think I can get her to stop if she attacks somebody.
I mean, I'm not.
I just if we're playing it safe, then
I'm not saying we gotta play it safe. I'm saying the moment that we realize, if we realize,
there's 4 of them and there's 4 of us.
yeah,
Jaden, you're not really the sneaky type, huh?
Link.
When I grow in size, I become large size, right?
Mhm.
I would seem kind of like scary giant-esque, right?
Yeah.
I also speak giant, guys.
well,
I could
You know what?
make a pretty decent distraction.
I
While you're
think
doing Knock it off.
Polly and I could flank around the campfire. So if you came in one end, we could provide a choke point or a cutoff point so they can't flee, right?
Yeah,
Did
let's just scare the shit out of them and see what happens.
Sure.
All right.
All right. I'm going to
So
you turn invisible and position myself far enough away, but away from them, so I'm away from the regular group. What?
What's going to be the signal?
I'm going to turn large and start speaking giant.
Yeah, Tim's gonna kick it off.
So I'll charge him when you do that, then, yeah?
I threw an
Yeah,
elbow
so-
in the Waywards
All
general.
right.
Just for
So
some-
I think, Jaden, if I can lure them, where are we?
So you would be there.
Okay,
If you want.
Jaden, here's the deal. If blades are drawn in anger, I'll change the color of the fire with
Okay,
thaumaturgy.
I dig that. I'm thinking maybe you guys get behind them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your guys.
2 deck sheet
And-
guys get behind them.
Polly go behind. Let me find
Jaden, if
Polly.
you can get yourself there without drawing attention, that'd be great. But if not, maybe you just back me up. Like, kind of hide behind me, and then when shit gets out of hand, you can come riding in or whatever.
So Polly and Buck,
probably
you
our
guys are
best
trying to
bet.
get back there. And then, oop, that's Jaden.
Yeah. I speak giant. I could also start speaking deep speech or infernal, but I haven't told anyone I know those languages.
So Jaden's hanging out in the back. Buck and Polly are sneaking behind, and then Finch is positioning himself invisible, sort of right in front of them.
I'm hiding so that they
anyway.
don't see me, but so I can grow large and then go uninvisible and kind of
Yeah.
take them by like a giant's coming up.
Yeah, I like to be like over on this corner, and I think like Tuck and I would be at that one choke
That'd be
point.
like like there.
Yeah.
And I think
Somewhere-
I think I'm gonna tuck myself around this building here so they can't see me grow.
Sure.
And I wanna look like I am like a wandering small giant.
Right. Stealth check for you, Finch, because you are getting pretty close. And then
But
Polly
I negate my disadvantage with being invisible.
Polly and Fuck can be stealth checks too.
18
15.
for Polly.
I may be going into this
18.
pretty fast, guys, just so you know.
Uh,
I do have a
will-
+5, so it's actually 16.
I'll,
16, okay.
I'll try and be sneaky as well, but I have disadvantage.
All right. So you're trying to get close
Well,
as you
remember-
can.
You're mounted, so you'll be able to.
Is my horse a draft horse? Is it a riding horse?
Also, I will say, Jaden, you won't be able to use your glaive
Right.
on your horse. Because that's a two-handed weapon.
Two-handed. Shit.
Yeah.
I'll just go
Darn.
nice then. Yeah, is the horse a riding horse or draft horse?
It's a riding horse.
Oh,
Because this is just it's just one of your horses from the cart.
okay. With disadvantage, I got 10.
10.
Yep.
Okay, so Finch, you hear Jaden riding up, and you can see them sort of start to stir.
Right.
Polly, Fuck, you guys see them sort of starting to stir and look over that way too, but they don't seem to notice you guys.
I'm going to invisibly. I'm going to. I don't think I can be invisible and enlarge because I believe they're both concentration.
Yeah, so you'll have to go invisible and then sort of.
I will.
enlarge.
I will drop invisibility and enlarge myself.
Yep.
And I will just start shouting, not shouting, but talking in giant.
Yep.
And-
sort of
and
walk
on the
around
off-
corner.
On the off chance that someone understands it, I'm just be talking about like, hungry, look, smells like food over here, like really deeper voice, like but in giant.
Yeah, so you come around the corner. You see they all sort of
Food.
grab their weapons.
Oh.
The two closest to you pull out these like hooked spears, and then the other ones pull out these crossbows, and they crawl up on top of the the stuff they have. They're like on the boxes
Yeah.
now.
Ooh. And in common, I want to say, you food.
I've got thaumaturgy ready to go as a cantrip to change the color.
You.
One second. I didn't get my notebook out.
These are no more than sliders to you, Tim.
Good crunch.
Little human.
Good crunch.
Oh,
Alright.
I want to be clear. I'm not being hostile yet.
Sure.
I'm definitely intimidating as a, I'm like 10, 11, I'm like 15 feet tall. I don't know how tall I am as a large creature.
Like, at least 10 feet.
Yeah.
So you see, they draw their weapons. They don't fire, but they are pointing them right at you.
You feed
Yeah.
me.
One of the ones on top. Hey, get out of here! Don't make us hurt you, okay?
You feed me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me
Can I-
stuff, or I eat you.
See one of them like, hey, listen, man. I don't want to do this. Bogey.
What?
He says bogey, and Jaden's sort of coming up now. He sort of rides up behind you. He says bogey. Fuck and Polly, you see the barrels and crates, and the fabric starts to jiggle a little bit, and they raise up into the air 10 feet.
Oh, I
as
cast
this
the thermaturge.
Fuck.
fat
I turned the fire blue.
ogre,
It's blue.
fat ogre with all this stuff on his back stands up. What?
Wrestling match.
Fuck.
Stares at you.
The Ash of
Easier
the
eye.
Titans, number 2.
They both
Yeah.
take a shot at you.
Fuck yeah. I can. Can I bonus
11.
action? Yeah. Can I bonus action summon my shadow?
Sure, yeah.
So a 10-foot halfling finch appears.
They both miss, but everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy. I got a new dice out to see if I can break these shitty rolls.
I'm summoning him right there.
Killing it tonight. Natural 20 for an initiative.
I'm glad you're killing it. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Fuck me. Take care of the rest of the guys. 8. I got an 8. What did they roll to hit? Sorry.
They were both garbage.
Okay, they just go into me like, because I'm wearing fucking plate mail.
Yeah, you are.
Let me get some fighty music.
Hell yeah, we do.
Fighty music, Spotify. You know what
I got 6.
Okay.
I got 16 plus 2 for
Oh.
an 18.
Ooh, our big guys are coming out hot. Good. Good. I'm gonna be like the second round. So
Okay, so Polly got a what? A 20 something?
22.
22. Polly. Jaden, you had a 16.
16 plus 2 for an 18.
18. Okay. Finch, you said you had an 8.
Yep.
Fuck, what'd you get?
6.
6. All right.
About the lowest I can get.
Yeah, fuck, taking up the rear. All right.
Oh man, not again.
Yeah. Up first, Polycarp. You see this bulbous, tusked, fat ogre stand up. All this equipment and stuff they're holding is actually, as you can see now, strapped to his back, and the big mound was just the ogre with all the stuff on his back. What are you doing?
Cracking my knuckles. Going in. I'm gonna go grab him. I'm gonna go for melee attack and grapple this bitch.
All right. Go ahead, make a grapple check.
Unarmed strike. Here we go. No whammies. Oh, 22.
That actually beats him. You rolled a 2, so.
And I'm going to use my superiority die to grapple him as my bonus action. So wait, so
Alright.
immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack in your turn, you can expend 1 superiority die and then try to grapple him as a bonus action.
Yeah, so you use your bonus action and attempt the grapple. So
Yeah,
I
so
thought that's what you were doing the
damage-
first time.
Do I get to do damage from that melee
Yeah.
attack?
You do your normal melee
Okay.
damage, and then you also get the grapple.
Yeah, so it's a max damage, an 11.
Nice.
11. Woo!
Oh my god, crushing it. And then so it's a contested strength check for the grapple.
Yeah, I rolled 6. I rolled a 2.
So is he grappling the ogre?
Yeah, it's not a
Dude.
saving throw, right? It's just I click on the strength mod.
Yeah.
It's your athletics.
Okay. Oh.
I need a visual. How is he grappling this ogre?
I imagine he's just like grabbing him around like the like the hips and thighs,
Yeah,
and he's
Yeah.
just hanging on for dear
yeah,
life.
I'm wrenching him down.
He's like digging his heels into the dirt, and they're like, he's still moving a little bit. Yeah,
He's grappled like 30-20.
yeah, he's grappled.
I
So
don't
that's
get
your-
my
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you get a second attack. Yeah.
going in. The classic.
Now you're just like headbutt.
Oh, it looked cocked for a second. It's a dirty 20.
That hits.
All right, and 6 damage.
6 damage. All right.
The total 17 damage in the grapple.
Woo. Yeah,
That's it.
baby. All right, Polly, starting strong. Jaden, you are up. So you are on your horse.
Horse.
Back here.
With my mace out. I can't use my fucking glaive. God damn it.
Noah, I didn't eat. Sorry, ignore me.
I am going to mid gallop. I'm going to full charge. Going. Where's the point? I'm going to go like this. Past this dude. As I'm going to get to him, I'm going to rage and just swing down to hit him with my mace.
All right.
So let me just kick my rage.
Mace out.
Raging. Right. Let's. Come on. 13 plus 7 to hit.
20. That will hit.
Sweet. You know what's coming next. Slapping a divine fucking
Yeah.
divine smite on that.
The divine fuck.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. Right, I will roll Warhammer damage. 8 points of bludgeoning damage from Warhammer.
All right.
Then 1d6 for Divine Fury, because I'm raging. For 6 points of raging damage.
So 8, 6.
And now it's 2d8, ain't it? For Divine Smite.
Yes.
8. That's 4 and 4. So 8 points
8.
on the Divine Smite.
Guy is not looking rough, but he looks hurt after that. It's like directly to the face. You see the nose is broken. This like this is not any creature that you recognize. It has this like, and it's dark too. But it has this like darker, almost purplish blood bleeding out its nose.
Once I've done that, I'm going to jump off a horse, get my shield out, and I'm going to stand right in between these two guys. Make sure, like, between the two guys with a horse behind me.
Sure. Yeah. So you hop off the horse and cool.
So now I have my shield out.
Yeah.
And what's my turn?
Up next is the ogre.
Ogre.
Ogre. So he looks down at you, Polly,
Get off me.
and he's gonna. He literally just takes. He's holding a. He thinks he's holding a shield now, and he just comes at you with the butt of the shield, like the bottom of the shield,
Gonna hit.
or a 20 to hit.
Yeah,
So that is good damage.
I take it with my head.
That's 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, and then he's gonna make another one for 17, and another 10 points of bludgeoning.
All right.
He has no movement because he's grappled, so he's just gonna sit there. Up next are these guys next to you, Jaden. What are they gonna do? That is a question.
Mm-hmm. What are we gonna do?
One is gonna take his spear and swing at you. The one behind you that you attacked is gonna swing at you with his hooked spear for a 20, which will miss.
Nope.
Does he have advantage for flanking?
Yes, he would. Thank you. So he'll
I'd give him a challenge.
Ooh, that is way better. 24.
It's
Come on!
So
hey, it's good.
So he's going to, instead of dealing damage to you, he is going to hook his spear onto the back of your breastplate and pull you prone. So you're prone.
Oh shit!
And then the other one is going to attack you with advantage.
I'm sorry.
For a 24 again, so that'll be... Say 8 points of piercing damage.
Down to 4 because I'm raging.
Because you're raging, sure. See, all that for 4 points of damage.
Yep.
You're fine. You're fine.
It's but a scratch.
But scratch. This guy here is gonna back up. You get an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
How divine smart and opportunity attacks?
I don't think you can. I think it has to be on your turn.
Yeah. Sedge. It's a 21 to hit.
Sorry, I was muted. Can you opportunity attack prone?
Yes,
Okay.
you can.
Ankle biter.
Yep.
I do have disadvantage.
Not technically prone. Yeah, like even if you're prone, you don't have disadvantage on dex saves.
Yeah,
So.
no.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Really?
Prone, you do have disadvantage. Yep.
I'm looking where you're prone.
That's weird. It's weird that they'd have it on that, not dex saves.
Oh, I will roll that attack again. Then.
Disadvantage.
Well, I think dex saves you can roll out of the way and that kind of thing, but like when you're attacking, it's a little different.
Wing your weapon.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
I'll roll again, and it was more, so it's still 21.
21 will hit. Good roll.
So it takes
He is looking pretty rough.
9 points of bludgeoning damage to the knee.
He's one more
the
than he
ankle.
had, so he is out. You slice off his leg, or no, you just crush his leg, and he falls face first into some of the stone. And then this other guy is going to also back up about 20 feet on this wall. Okay, that is their turn. Up next, Finch.
All right, it's my turn. Well, I think first I will. So visually, this is how I'm visually imagining because Finch is not going to move.
Okay.
I imagine Finch gets really dramatic with it, like puppeteer hands.
Uh-huh.
And he like just moves his hands as the shadow pulls out its katana and goes for a stab into the ogre.
All right.
Good thing I didn't great weapons master that. 12.
That.
Well, extra attack. Fuck. Cool.
Less than 12.
Less than 12.
Oh no.
I will use my Unleash Incarnation,
Take the third, sure.
and I'll take that third attack without using my, what's it called? Action Surge.
Okay.
That's better. That is a 19.
That'll hit.
13 points of slashing damage, finally.
Whew. When you hit hard.
Ew.
So you, as Finch is puppeteering, the like perspective, you're not getting it right. So you gotta like scooch over a bit so you can see your shadow better. And you finally land that third attack, slicing into his lower back. You see like the flubber and fat all exposed now.
Falling over my foot.
Up next is the guys on top. So Polly, as you're grappling his leg, you look up and you see one of them is now leaned down over the top and he's gonna fire at you.
Coup de grace in there.
That's gonna be 17.
Hit.
So that'll do this. And he's gonna get sneak attack because he
Boy.
has, an ally
boy.
within a foot of you.
In the face!
So that is
Go right through my cheek.
13 points of piercing damage. He just fires down right into the top of your shoulder. And then the other one is going to fire at your shadow, Finch. For 19.
No.
19 misses. All right. So yeah, just your shadow dodges, bobs the head out of the way.
Oh, sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
What's it like to have armor?
Let me. No. Sorry. That hits my echo. He's gone. Sorry. I was thinking. I think he was thinking he uses my AC, but it's his AC. Has his own
he has
AC.
a different AC. Oh.
Yeah. So it's 17.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the shadow dissipates into smoke. Fuck, you are up.
All right. Okay. So I'm hitting currently, right? I'm gonna put dagger in hand. I'm gonna come around that corner and I'm gonna just start running at the ogre. I'm gonna take the dagger out, throw it at the leg of the ogre.
Okay.
That's a 16 plus 8, so a 24. And I get sneak attack.
Yep.
So my damage is gonna be 10 points of dagger damage, and then 4 points of sneak attack. And what I want to do is, I see Polly's got a grapple. I want to like jump on to where he's got the ogre grappled and come up with my second attack on that first rogue on top of the fucking ogre with them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring down a fucking haymaker, like run across the field, jump up. Before I land, I'm gonna fucking punch this guy in his goddamn face.
I will ask for an acrobatics check to get up there because they have cover up there because it's like a little fort on top of his back.
I rolled a
like
14 plus 7 is a 23.
Okay, so you crawl. You're actually I'm gonna say you're gonna have to get up like on top of it.
Fuck yeah! I'll get right in the middle of them.
Right, you're right up there.
The guy that just shot Polly in the face, he's getting up.
Okay.
He's getting my fist to the face. It's a 19 plus 8, so 27. I'm starting to roll hot now. Finally, it's only D6 this time. So, max damage, 11 points of damage on that fist, and then I'm gonna dump stunning strike.
Okay.
He needs to make a Constitution save.
How much was it again? Sorry, 11.
11. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Con save. That's a 13.
Oh man, I think my. Where do I find that?
13 or 14.
Wait.
pretty close.
Stunning strike. 14! He's stunned!
All right.
Bonus action. I'm gonna just like turn around to the other guy with like a little snarl and just like front of the fist, back of the fist. Oh, here it comes. That's an 11 on the first one, and 30-20 on the second.
Yep, that'll hit.
And 10 points of damage. And fuck it, I'll throw another stunning strike into that guy. If I can.
It's an 18 plus
18?
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, the other guy's fucked at least. So, and then I'm trying to get my footing because I know I'm on top of this.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck, just with your passive, as you're like up here, you're sort of looking around, so you're sort of getting your footing. This actually looks like designed, like intentionally a place for them to sit up here and have that vantage point. It's not, It sort of looks like it's just a bunch of stuff, but it's actually like a purposefully built little mobile crow's nest, basically.
Gotcha.
Up next, top of the round, Polly. You are up.
Alright, so the first thing that happens is since he's grappled, he takes
He takes some damage.
Yeah, he takes what is it? 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Woo. Just squeezing his leg to death.
Jeez, that guy rolled a 4.
Yeah!
Nice.
But,
He's looking pretty rough now.
yeah, I'm going ham on the knee, and I was like, I'm just trying to come down, big boy, and I'm just going to wrench it a couple times with unarmed strikes. 21 for the first one.
Yeah, that'll hit.
The damage on that is 5 plus 3 for 8.
Woo. Still up.
Still up.
Barely.
Let me make sure I don't have a fighting style thing that I want to do here. He's already grappled. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my second attack then.
Alright.
D6 coming up. Buggers. A 10. But
10?
I'm going, yeah. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And do my next unarmed strike. Oh, I was on a 13 and rolled to a natural 1.
Oh.
Come on, last.
You feel
try.
he's so close. You can actually feel like his legs shaking.
22 on the last attack.
Yep. That'll hit.
Okay, and then for damage, 6.
6. That is enough. So as they're just grappling, squeezing onto his leg, headbutting, you finally your foot, like your heel catches on a rock in the ground. You get like some solid footing, and you yank, and his knee like pops out of socket, and he collapses on the weight, and you can see like the bone breaks, compound fracture. Fuck, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
18, but I have slow fall, so
Yeah, sure. So you're good. You land on your feet, no problem. Polly, you have to move out of the way.
Yeah, I'm super ragged, by the way, so I'm gonna use my bonus action. Action Surge doesn't require a bonus action.
No, you're good.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action to Second Wind to get the D10 plus 5 hit points.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever motion I gotta use to get out of the way.
that one guy is stunned. So
Yeah, so he fails. He takes the 2 points. And that, and then the other guy also failed. So he takes the 2 points.
I healed him, by the way.
And they're okay, sweet. And they are both prone on the ground now too.
That's it for me. I've blown my entire wad here.
All right. Up next, Jaden. You are currently prone. You see the ogre just collapse onto the ground through Polly's sheer force of will and muscles.
Throws out whatever plan I was going to have, but anyway, I will stand up to half my movement, so 15 feet. Can't quite get to that dude that ran away. Actually, I'm gonna remount the horse, get back onto the horse. Is that actually an action? I don't.
No. I thought you had. Didn't you get a feat that? Or no, you're planning on getting.
Planning on getting it. I just haven't. We haven't. I can't.
One sec. I think it costs. Okay, so yeah, you can stand up, and then you have to spend the last 15 feet of your movement to mount it. But then you're mounted.
Yeah.
So, right.
Yep. I will get back onto said horse.
Yep.
Beep. And zoom. Chase down that fucking going.
All right.
Run away.
Then you're swinging for heads, I assume.
Yep, just like the previous guy. Chuck mace to the other hand. Bring it down.
All right.
Bring him hit. What's this one? Right. Yeah. That is a 11 plus 7 for an 18.
Yep.
So he takes 4 plus 6, 10 points of bludgeoning damage from a mace, a warhammer. Then 5 points of divine radiant damage from a divine fury. And of course I am. That's a silly question, is it not? Divine smite. Gonna be maths. Yes.
his head explodes.
No, I got 5 and a 6, so 11
Okay.
points of radiant damage. Divine smite.
He is looking pretty rough. 26 points of damage in a single hit.
I'm gonna
that hurts.
move around to here with the horse,
Sure.
so he can't get past.
Run that way, sure. All right. That's your turn. Yeah.
Action. Nah, I'm good.
The ogre's dead. Up next is his turn. He is gonna attack you with his spear. For a... That doesn't matter. I'm like, oh, it's 20, which misses. I'm like, oh, this is good.
I was just think. Do I get my shield bonus while I'm riding?
You know what? Probably... I don't know. Let me... Hold on.
Yeah.
I would think not, because you need a hand to hold, which is why you can't do two-handed weapon. I don't have an immediate answer, so I'm gonna say no. I think it makes sense. You have to
Alright, I'll take
mount.
minus, take 3 off my AC, so that's down to 19.
Oh, so that does hit.
No, so it would
20
hit.
will hit then. Alright.
Oh!
So, he's gonna do no damage to you and knock you prone off of your horse.
Oh, it's just gonna make you getting that mounted combat feat so much better. It's
Yep.
like learning. I love it. I love it. That's why I don't ride horses, Jaden. You hear Bach from across the battlefield.
I'll get used to it.
Where is he going? That's the question now. He's just gonna move here. That's his turn. I love that ability. Finch, you're up.
I am up. Okay. One minute.
You're good.
Okay. All right. Fuck. Okay, my dude's dead. Ogre's gone.
Yep.
Well, fuck. I guess I'm gonna run up to the prone dudes.
Okay.
Wait, who's this guy up in the corner here?
He is this little gray creature, and he's got this hooked spear, and he's extremely proficient at knocking people over.
All right. Well, fuck. I'll go fuck that guy up. All right.
He also looked pretty rough.
Cool. How many feet of movement is that to him?
For you, like 10, because you're huge. It's like 10 feet.
Okay.
This music's lit tonight.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to attack.
All right. He is looking.
22.
Yep.
14 damage.
All right. So you see, you can see through like the hall, and you can see over the walls. You see Jaden is just like getting up off it. And you just like butter this guy just straight in half. Yeah, he's super dead.
In that case, I will move over to one of the other guys. To the prone guys.
Sure.
However
Yeah.
far I can move.
Yeah, so you can get to the first one.
10. Okay, and then I will attack him with advantage. Well, great weapons master it.
All right.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh.
That was a 16 and a natural 20. So,
Oh god.
oh my god. 26. 31 points of damage.
He's dead.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, he's really dead. However you want him dead, he's dead.
I cut him and I bisect him.
Okay. Head to groin. Oh, lost Tom. Yeah, he is super dead.
And can I reach the other guy?
Sure. Yeah, you're close, but sure. It's just another step, really.
And I'll attack him at advantage with Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
No. That one's not so good. No. It's a 13 minus 5 plus 8. Oh, I guess that's 18 still.
Yeah.
Still hits?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
18 definitely hits.
I forget that I have a plus 8 with my weapon. 20 points of damage.
Also dead.
Ah, you killed him before we could question him.
Sorry.
That's alright. I was gonna kill him
I'm here.
anyways.
Yeah, fuck had those guys down real low. I think that's everyone, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So, dead. Everyone dead. You have this massive pile of, not massive, but fairly sized pile of boxes here. The large ogre corpse. Do you guys? Yeah.
I go right to the guy that I stunned that shot Polly, and I'm going through his shit with a fine-tooth comb.
Okay.
That looks straight up like a book out of the page, right? You know.
What do you mean?
Like the road page, like that looked like a member, the way.
Oh yeah.
The way he acted and everything, yeah. So I'm gonna.
It seemed very organized. Yeah.
Yeah, pilfering through his stuff. I'm fucking
Okay.
taking everything.
All right.
So
Make me an investigation.
investigation. Ooh, it's 24. 18 plus 6.
24. Okay. So you find all his like gear. He's got leather armor, hand crossbow, short sword, bag of 10 gold,
Okay.
and 37 copper. You also find he has a ledger with a list of presumably every item here. So he's got a gold count, all the stuff. I don't have that right now, but
Right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so you find a ledger full of all the stuff. You find in that too. There's a list of notes, mostly stuff that's like whatever, you know, just keep camp clean, that sort of thing. But you just see like make sure Bogey eats like 3 times a day at least, and like some like keeping Bogey happy.
Okay.
Tips and tricks.
Yeah, tips and tricks to maintaining an oath.
After I get done checking to make sure that all my teeth are there and picking some splinters out of my head,
I was gonna say, I'm once I'm done picking through this guy, I'm tying him by his ankles and dragging him up and having one of you guys fucking hang this guy on the fucking wall as a sign to the road guys. If
I'll hang him up.
If
I'm
we-
following up right now.
you know,
I'm not going to be getting involved in that.
sounds gross.
It is gross. These guys are filthy, and they need to start, being the ones that are scared.
I'll look through the two guys that had the hook spears.
I'll search the ogre.
Ooh, bogey! You find some pocket bacon.
He found some pocket sausage as well.
Yeah. Pocket sausage. Yes, investigation.
18.
18, okay. So you find their hooked spears. They're both wearing leather armor. Took a bag of 50 silver on each of them.
1 second. 50 silver on both or total?
On each, so 100 silver total. 1 second.
You guys laugh about searching bogey, but he's gonna have like a 5,000 gold piece ruby jammed up his ass.
Fucking ruby butler.
Yeah.
What's in this belly button?
Also on one of those guys, you find a snuff box. That's pretty much it for them. They didn't really have much else. You find like a pack of cigarettes, a fur cloak on one of them.
I'll take the spears, the armor. I'll kind of bind them up with rope, put it on the horse.
Sure. Holly, what did you get?
An 11.
11.
Ogre.
Find a lot of warts and like,
Oh.
but you do find around his neck was this like large key, like large key made of some sort of metal you don't recognize, but it's lighter than you might think, and it's like a dark black. Not quite obsidian. It's more like of a matte black than obsidian. Obsidian kind of has like a gloss, but
Giant key down in the inventory.
Hey
giant.
guys, I gotta
big black
disappear.
blank.
I apologize.
I think we're gonna wrap it up sooner.
Yeah,
Than
okay.
so.
I gotta dip though. Like, yeah.
Later.
Pretty good. See you later, bud. Take care.
Later.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
We just pack up the gear and get it back to the.
Yeah,
I'll definitely pack up all the weapons and the armor that we can
sure.
to bring back to Dawn's Hill that for better protection use.
Through the boxes, you guys see gold, a lot of gold, some miscellaneous, interesting items you don't really recognize. Obviously not gonna full list to you, but yeah, you guys pack up the stuff, loading all of it on your horses and on Artemis, and start making your way back towards the hill.
One thing to check before we go. Did they actually have road tattoos on them?
I got the book.
And nothing was confirmed yet, so I was just making sure.
The two or one of the like gray-looking sort of weird creatures did not, but all the rest of them did. Even the ogre had one.
No.
The ogre's
Okay.
was like thick and wide, right?
Yeah. It's like a brand, not a tattoo.
I had to hold him down to get it on. Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, we will. Let's see. We have Diaries this Tuesday, and then next Saturday we start our new campaign in Arcanus with Mr. Tim DMing. So this is going to be fun. Tune in, and we'll see you then. All right, guys.